I mentioned this last time I did a Tom MacDonald. I've had a long few weeks at work, and I knew that he dropped this, but my wife, it was Halloween, so my wife and I were those adults that like to dress up, if you know what I'm saying. So I hope everyone else, we went to a pro basketball game. They won. You know, it was a great time, but we ventured out from our, you know, redneck area below Mount Hood to go downtown Portland and kind of, you know, be careful. Downtown Portland's an experience for sure. A lot of times, you know, you guys, well, not just you guys, there's a lot people, if you mention that you're from Oregon, all of the thoughts go through your head that you're this a certain way, and that's not really true. I mean, Oregon is a very, very conservative state, but the problem is, and I think it's this way with most states, the metropolitan areas that have a high percentage of, you know, people, they tend to be more on the liberal side, and they usually, when voting comes, you know, they usually dictate to how, you know, what passes, and the perception of the state oftentimes gets, you know, comes from these high, you know, populated areas like downtown Portland. So in our case, Multnomah County, Eugene, very, very, very liberal areas, and you know, that's how that goes. So, you know, Oregon is a very gun-friendly state, very conservative. We're very conservative. We're outdoors people. We like to hunt and fish and do all of those types of things. The area that we live in is a very historically, it is a logging community, and you know, loggers cutting down the trees and all those types of things. So very conservative values. That is the area we lived in for many, many years. And, you know, I like my Oregon made products. This right here is a Pendleton shirt. Some of the best made shirts, flannel shirts you've ever worn. If you haven't experienced a Pendleton shirt, you're missing out. They're very expensive, but, you know, there's nothing like at the end of the week walking around the house with your Pendleton flannel shirt on and just chilling, you know, a little glass of wine, doing your thing. But anyways, I missed the drop. I missed you guys. I always miss you guys. I love the comments. Last time I got some really good comments. A couple of you folks wrote a book. So I must have triggered something in you. And Tom always triggers something within me. And I know you guys like it when I kind of go on these rampages sometimes. I have had a couple comments before I start the video where people say, dude, you know, start the video and do your thing. Don't talk too much at the beginning of the video. But that's, you know, that's just me. You know, that's just me. And I'm getting more comfortable with all of this stuff. And so you're probably going to find I'm going to talk a little bit more on occasion. Sometimes not, but sometimes yes. You know, just kind of how I feel, you know, that day. And but I do appreciate you guys. I love all you guys. You know, even if you disagree with me, sometimes I will say things, just a little bit about me. I will say things because I know y'all gonna be saying something in the comments, and I kind of want to see what your response is. So sometimes I kind of just test the waters a little bit. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. But I do care about you guys. All of the regulars that come in here and leave the comments, I really appreciate it all. And I feel real comfortable reacting to Tom, because I know with Tom, you watch the reactions because you align with Tom, and I align with Tom. So I kind of feel it's like a family thing, if you know what I'm saying. You know, if you know what I'm saying, it's like a family thing with me. And so I'm sitting here and I'm talking and I'm reacting because I feel so comfortable with you guys, with this artist. You know, some artists I'm not like this, but with Tom I am. And I get to show a little bit of my, who I am a little bit. And I think you guys know I'm a conspiratorial guy. But I think that comes with age too, you know. Tom what I've been noticing about him, I think as he ages, and I think this people in general have a tendency to do this as you age, you you become more conservative because you see, when you're young, you want to change the world, but then you see the consequences for your actions and you see the consequences for other people's actions. And then you realize, well, that's probably not the best way to go about it. And so people start to become more conservative over the anecdotal experiences that they have in their life as they age. And I think that's that way with Tom. I believe he is becoming probably more conservative than independent. I always tout my independent. I am an independent voter, but I am very conservative. But sometimes I could be wishy-washy. You know how it goes, guys. Because I just don't know. I don't know. I haven't really formulated in my mind a concrete position on certain subjects, right? So I hope you don't hold that against me. And I hope you don't hold the fact that my wife and I dress up when we go out on Halloween. If you would have saw our costume, you would have died. I am not going to post the picture of it online. I know you guys would just be dying. We're adults. We got to have fun, right? Got to have fun. Thanks again for the subscriptions. I really do appreciate it, guys. 20 more. Just need 20 more for 2K. 20 more. So if you could do that, I would just be in, and then after that, it's going to go to 3K and 4K and all that good stuff. Hopefully. If you guys don't become haters. Don't be a hater. Tom's title. This one looks interesting. Don't forget to subscribe to Tom. He is a great artist, very fun, very sincere, and honest. I believe he is an honest dude, and I really appreciate the music that he puts out because it lets me express myself. I think I've said that before, but I want to say it again. And don't forget to comment, guys. If you want to comment something down below, please comment. Please comment. Don't hesitate to drop something down below. Sometimes I don't say that. Sometimes I try to egg something on, but I do love all of your comments. I love all of your comments, especially when folks write a book. I read them. And a lot of times I'm just sitting there going, preach it, brother. Anyways, this is Tom MacDonald. Oh, shoot. I don't even have it up. Here we go. All my haters, Tom MacDonald. So here we go. I hope you enjoy my reaction. Please subscribe to Tom. He's a great artist. Peace. Oh my God.
Got pronouns, green hair, BLM t-shirts, fully vaccinated in a mask, got to breathe air. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters. All my haters like to burn flags, protest, wear drag, no offense. All my haters liberals and they make it.
Whoa, dude. What do we got here? I gotta stop it. Trash. Worst rapper. Is this his crib? This is a nice crib, man. Very nice crib. With the exception of the graffiti. I'm sure he didn't put graffiti on his house. Whatever happened here, man, this is crazy. Nice crib, though. Again, the haters, Tom has his haters, of course. We all do, right? We all have our haters. And, you just can't let it bother you. And Tom definitely doesn't let it bother him. It fuels him. It fuels Tom. And, I wish I had that internal, whatever you want to call it. I always try to appease people sometimes and, play the peacemaker. But Tom, he's just a flamethrower, he's a flamethrower and he's like, F y'all. Gonna go back a little bit. This is fun. This is a fun one already. He kind of clowns people too with the way he looks and like, look at this, the way he looks here and he's got his little face, the little smirk on there. It's like, you guys don't bother me. You're making me money. You're making me money because of your hatred for me.
All my haters got pronouns, green hair, BLM t-shirts, fully vaccinated in a mask, scared to breathe air. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters. All my haters like to burn flags, protest, wear drag, no offense. All my haters liberals and they ain't making no sense. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters, all my haters, all my haters whack. They afraid of facts. They don't think you worth the air you breathe unless you gay or black. All my haters hang out with Antifa waving rainbow flags. All the dudes who hate me think they pregnant, they just gay and fat. They've been watching CNN and Disney on their televisions. Never seen a gym but get Ozempic shots injected in. Blaming us for homophobia.
Hey, with the Ozempic shots too, just let y'all know, I know it helps people lose weight and stuff. And don't think it hasn't crossed my mind, because I am the heaviest that I've ever been, but I've lost I think I'm up to 17 pounds I've lost now. But naturally. But I've seen people that are using the Ozempic, and my thought process on that is they're losing lots of muscle. And I kind of see that, and then I see, especially like elderly people, they're using the Ozempic. And then when you get older, especially when you get 50s and the 60s, it's just a natural process. You see old people, they lose a lot of muscle, right? They become very frail and they're muscular. Their body becomes, so if you're taking that Ozempic and you're older, you better be real careful, because you're going to lose that muscle. And I mean, I don't really have any scientific evidence or proof of this, but when you get to be 70 and you've lost so much muscle because of the Ozempic, you're going to be, man, your quality of life is not going to be good, because you can't get that muscle back as easily when you age. So just letting y'all know, that's kind of my thought process on it. I mean, what do you think about it, the Ozempic? It's true. I mean, that's just kind of how I think about it.
Dudes who hate me think they pregnant, they just gay and fat. They've been watching CNN and Disney on their televisions. Never seen a gym but get Ozempic shots injected in. Blaming us for homophobia and anti-Semitism. Think that if you straight and white and male, you should be sent to prison.
And white people are the minority in the world. Y'all know that, right? It's kind of ironic. White people are the minorities. Everyone likes to say, well, white people they're bashing blacks or Hispanics or whatever you want to say, and the minorities. But the reality is, white people are the minorities. Look it up. Percentage-wise, worldwide, white people are the minorities. We are the minority, and I have black in my blood, and Hispanic in my blood, Indian in my blood. But my facial tone is, I probably have a more Hispanic Indian tone. But I have 8% black in my family. 8% of my blood is black. So I recognize the fact that even though our skin color might be a certain tone, that's really not who we are. So, I mean, people just need to chill with all this crap, man. The woke stuff is just, again, I think I brought this up the last time, and this is factual. I believe that China and Russia, that they push this woke stuff into our society, has funded it through different means to push and confuse our society and basically disrupt. I mean, the ultimate goal is to disrupt our society and to make us weak, make a man not a man, make a woman not a woman, and to weaken us so that the communist countries can win and beat the United States through, mental psyops. Think about it.
Never seen a gym but get Ozempic shots injected in them. Blaming us for homophobia and anti-Semitism. Think that if you straight and white and male, you should be sent to prison. All my haters left the center, come in 50 different genders. Members of the woke mob, registered as sex offenders. All my haters woke as hell, probably means they broke as well. I don't need to know them, I can tell. All my haters got pronouns, green hair, BLM t-shirts, fully vaccinated in a mask, scared to breathe air. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters. All my haters like to burn flags, protest, wear drag, no offense. All my haters liberals and they ain't making no sense. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters, all my haters, all my.
I like how he's opening the curtains, like shedding light on the process. I'm going to try not to get into that kind of stuff, guys. I know some of you guys be like, dude, he is getting into it again. But he's opening the curtains. He's lifting the curtains. He's opening the window, letting the light in. He's showing you the way.
No offense, all my haters liberals and they ain't making no sense. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters, all my haters, all my haters lame, cancel everything. They think men are toxic, but they can't define a woman. Ay, all my haters hate police cause they don't want the city safe. They so triggered all the time, but none of them know how to aim. They think that they above the law, they loot a store, don't get arrested. Killing babies, they don't use protection.
The robe is killing me. The flip-flops and the robe is killing me.
Think that they above the law, they loot a store, don't get arrested. Killing babies, they don't use protection, they just getting pregnant. Only time they win is when they cheat, you know they rigged elections. Claiming we're privileged so they can say they living in oppression.
Right.
On my
Y'all know, maybe I should save some of this for another day. I think I'm going to save some of it for another day, but Thomas speaking facts, brother. He's speaking facts.
But none of them know how to aim. They think that they above the law, they loot a store, don't get arrested. Killing babies, they don't use protection, they just getting pregnant. Only time they win is when they cheat, you know they rigged elections. Claiming we're privileged so they can say they living in oppression. All my haters left the center, come in 50 different genders. Members of the woke mob, registered as sex offenders. All my haters woke as hell, probably means they broke as well. I don't need to know them, I can tell. All my haters got pronouns, green hair, BLM t-shirts.
It's interesting, man. I'm gonna. Ooh, boy, I gotta watch what I say, man. I gotta watch what I say. I'm gonna get in big trouble, man.
Sex offenders, all my haters woke as hell. Probably means they broke as well. I don't need to know them, I can tell. All my haters got pronouns, green hair, BLM t-shirts, fully vaccinated in a mask, scared to breathe air. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters. All my haters like to burn flags, protest, wear
love his jacket.
No offense. All my haters liberals and they ain't making no sense. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters, all my haters, all my haters threaten me, they bluffing. Ain't no guts inside their stomachs. They identify as blueberry muffins. They wanted cops to be defunded, bumping Macklemore, they love them. Swear to God, the one thing they got in common is all my haters got pronouns, green hair, BLM t-shirts, fully vaccinated in a mask, scared to breathe air. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters. All my haters like to burn flags, protest, wear drag, no offense. All my haters liberals and they ain't making no sense. All my haters woke, all my haters woke. All my haters woke, all my haters, all my haters, all my.
Nova, Thomas, as Nova says. I hope you all enjoyed my lunacy there for a moment. Tom always brings out the best in me. I do, man. I have got so much to say sometimes with him. He just, like I said, he just triggers me. He triggers me to the max. I've had a great day today. It's been real fun. Don't forget to check Tom out. Give him a subscribe if you like his music, if you like what he's saying. I think we're winning, folks. I think we're winning. I think I deal a lot with the public, and I know it seems because sometimes the the smallest percentage screams the loudest, and it seems like we're not winning. But, it seems like you're almost overwhelmed with people changing and, becoming basically mentally deranged. But I see a lot of people in my life, and I work in Portland. People are seeing the fallacy of the extreme left. Most people are a moderate, in the middle people. And you can only do this nonsense for so long. Then people say, okay, you're starting to affect my life, and this stuff is nonsense. And I see that in a lot of people. Trust me. A lot of people are changing, and I think people are changing because of artists like Tom. You see someone like a Tom MacDonald or other influential people, influencers per se, that are really taking an effect. They're really having an effect on people. Unfortunately, we lost one of our best ones, which was Charlie Kirk. And I think that was by design. But, that's for another day, that topic. It really brought me down. Because we're making so much headway, and we're really getting people to understand that there are forces around us that are manipulating our minds and controlling us in a way that we don't recognize until it's too late. And that's what, I personally believe that is the communism is working its way like a snake into our society. And the best way to implement communism, they're not going to beat us militarily. But, and they know that. So the only way they can do it is through a social, type of thing, and make it seem like they're, most people are just chill. I'm a real chill person. I sit back in my day-to-day life, and I have my life. I have my family. I work for my family. I work for myself, but I work for my family too. And, I'm a business, and I don't really get into this craziness and, leave that for the youth. But I think the youth are starting to wake up too. And, there's only so much nonsense that you can spew before people realize that it's nonsense, if you know what I'm saying. You can only do it so far. And then people kind of, they'll sit back and say, I was on board until you started doing this. Whatever this is for you, I think you know what I'm talking about. And, we all want the government to clean their crap up. I think one day I am going to have to make a conspiracy channel or something, because, man, I have got, gosh, I've got so much stuff in my mind about how things work and how people are brainwashed, that it's hard for me to share with you sometimes. Because I know that people have a limited, they're just watching these for the reactions and stuff like that. And I think I might have to make another channel to kind of get over. Speaking of channels, I hope you got, Tom is on X. If you guys are on X, Tom is on X. He posts on X. He posts his music videos on X. I always repost them, because I wanted to spread his artistry and his ideology. So because I do align with it really, really well. But he is on X, and I think X is probably going to be the future. At some point, YouTube, because they kind of limit what we can say, even though they might not say they do. YouTube is one of those platforms that Trump is in office, so they're kind of allowing a lot of us to kind of have, go a little bit further on our opinions. But the moment that the opposite ideology is in office, they're going to conform to that ideology. So I think X is probably the future. And so check Tom out on X also. If you see him on X, please repost his stuff, right? That gets him, that spreads his music and spreads what he is trying to say. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. And if you see him on the street, tell him hi, tell him you appreciate his music. I'm sure that will motivate him to continue to do more music. I hope you all are having a great day. Thank you for indulging me for a few moments. I'll try to get a couple reactions out this weekend. Whatever short weekend I have. But I do appreciate you all. You guys are the best. Don't forget daylight savings times is Sunday. So we're going to fall back 1 hour and get a little extra sleep. That's what I need. I've got insomnia so bad. I think I've told you guys before. Man, sometimes I come on here and I'm doing a reaction and it's like, oh my gosh, man, I'm just so ratty. But I've been doing some different natural things, and I've been getting my sleep score up a little bit, and it's helping me quite a bit. So I hope you guys have a great evening or day, however this may reach you. I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.